Good morning, dear students. Myself, Dr. Savita Tidme. Now, in the present lecture of subject Economic Zoology, we have already started with chapter 2, that is Economic Importance of Insect, under which we have already studied the economic importance of apiculture, economic importance of lag culture, sericulture, right, as well as household pest we have already studied. Now in the present lecture we will be studying with the stored grain pests. Okay, now what are the stored grain pests? So those pests, those insects which are feeding on the stored grains, right, which are feeding on the stored grains, so they're treated as a stored grain pest. Why pest? Because pest is what? What is the definition of the pest? Pest is any organism which is harmful to human and his property. So it is said to be the pest. It can be insect, it can be non-insect. As we are studying the economic zoology, after economic importance of insect we are studying. So here in this case we will be studying only the pests which are of the insect origin or insect type of pest, right? No doubt other rodent and all that, they are also treated as a stored grain pest, but in this case here we'll only study the stored grain insect pests, right? So number of stored grain insect pests are there, you might have seen in your houses, right? So some are found in the rice, in the wheat, even in the pulses, right, even in the flour also, right? So number of insect pests are there, they are found to be dwelling into the grains, stored grains. And why these insect pests they found to be present inside the grains? What is the reason? Reason is that if the grains they are not properly dried after harvesting, okay, once they harvested from the field, if the grains they are not properly dried, then what, such a grains with the little or more moisture may attract the pest organism, pest insects. Okay, so how to prevent the attack of pest organism? Complete drying off or complete sun drying of the stored grains or grains before storage. One should be ensured that the grains are properly dried before the storage. Even unaerated condition, if your grains are kept in an unaerated condition, then also the pest organism they attack more on such a stored grains, right? So grains must be frequently aerated as well as they must be properly dried before storage, right? So number of ways are there to classify these stored grains. Here you can see this one, weevil, having a long snout, and it is quite means a noticeable size. Then the saw-toothed grain beetle, you might have seen this, it is a small insect actually, and having some serrated margin on the thoracic as well as mouth part region. Laser grain borer, you might have seen this also in dwelling into the grains. Even flat grain beetle, this is very small, minute insect it is, but still it is found to be present into the packaged food products like packaged dates also. If you keep the dates for say 2-3 months in a packaged form, it will start appearing inside it also, right? So this flat grain beetle, though it is very minute in size, so it is not able to easily noticed over the grains, but still it causes damage to the grains. Even the flour beetle is found to be feeding on the flour, or you can see the powder form of the grain, right? So all of them are causing serious damage to the stored grain, so they are treated as a stored grain insect pests, right? Now let's see one by one. Okay, before that we should understand whatever stored grain insect pests are there, they belong to the class Insecta, right? Phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, then order Coleoptera, right? Phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, order Coleoptera. So all the stored grain pests, they are of same order, that is order Coleoptera, right? Now here is the first one, that is rice weevil, which is scientifically called as a Cytophilus oryzae. Calendra is also another name given to it. Now this Cytophilus oryx, no doubt it is quite bigger here, but this is what the magnified image. It is not actual size of the insect, right? So first of all, we'll see the life cycle. It's a habitat of the rice weevil, and the form of the life cycle is almost common for all. Why? Because they belongs to same order, that is Coleoptera, right? So this rice weevil, okay, as we just studied, this is belong to the order Coleoptera, family Curculionidae. All right, and this is cosmopolitan in distribution. So in India, it is commonly found in the stored cereals such as rice, wheat, millets like maize, jowar, barley, and bajra, in which this organism or this insect pest is commonly found. Now let's see what is the type of life cycle seen in the Coleopteran insect. So their life cycle is become shorter in summer, and a female weevil bores with the help of her snout. Snout is what? Snout is nothing but this elongated portion is said to be the snout. Okay, so it used to bore into the grain with the help of her snout and make a hole into the kernel, that is called as a grain, and deposit a single oval white egg per grain per day. So this female, what they used to do? They used to make the grain hollow, enter inside the grain and deposit a single white egg inside each grain per day, right? So in this way she lays about 250 to 400 eggs per means you can say 250 to 400 eggs during her entire life cycle, right? And similarly destroying equal amount of grains during her life cycle. How much? 250 to 400 grains are destroyed by a single female during her life cycle. Just consider this 250 or you can say 400. Okay? 400 eggs are laid by a female. These eggs are going to hatch into a larva. 400 larvae will going to destroy 400 grains plus more grains on which they used to feed, right? And plus this larvae, when they become mature, when they become adult, so they will going to lay eggs. And again this 400 multiplied by 400, what is the number? You can imagine, right? So they are hence called as a potential pest, right? So when a single female lays a single egg into a tunnel made inside the grain, so the egg undergoes incubation for about 4 to 9 days, and then it give rise to the or larva hatch out of the egg, which is again legless. Why legless? Because the larva is deposited or egg is deposited inside the grain only. So larvae has not to find has not to go for finding the food material, right? What is the main function of the legs? Is locomotion in search of a food material. But here in this case the eggs are deposited where? Eggs are deposited inside the food material. So as soon as they hatch out, they don't need to go out and find their food material. Ample amount of food material is present around their body. So hence their legs are also reduced. So the larvae is near about 5 mm long, having horny brown head with the body and living inside the what we can say empty grains permanently, that is also called as a kernels. Even larval period extend about 19 to 35 days during unfavorable conditions. Pupation, that last instar larvae undergoes a pupation, and that pupa takes place inside the grain only. Even the pupa is yellowish white in color, and the pupal life may last for about 5 to 7 days. So diapause may occur for about 15 to 20 days. You know what is a diapause? Diapause is delay in the development, arrested development, right? That is called as a diapause. So sometimes diapause can occur for about 15 to 20 days in the pupal stage. So what do you mean? What do you mean by that? The pupal life is last for about 5 to 7 days. But meanwhile, if there is an unfavorable condition arise because of any reason, right? Because of any reason, if unfavorable condition is there, then the pupa can enter into diapause condition, that is arrested developmental stage, or we can say delay in the development for about 15 to 20 days, and after that it can resume its growth and become adult. So the adult is again small, 3 to 4 mm long, reddish brown, sometimes it is black also. Even the body is cylindrical and head with a long slender snout, curved snout is there. The wings with a 4 yellow or reddish colored spot. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Wings with 4 yellow or reddish colored spots. Even the life cycle or lifespan is variable from 6 to 8 months, right? 6 to 8 months lifespan is variable. Even in some cases it is observed that the adult may survive for about 2 years, but that depends again. So 5 to 6 generations per year takes place. How many generations per year? 5 to 6 generations per year can be takes place. So they have a huge power of reproduction, we can say. This is whatever life cycle of this rice weevil we have studied now. This is common, we can say, somewhat common to other beetles also, stored grain insects also. So that's why we have studied it in detail. Now here in this case, we'll only, from this point, we'll going to focus only on the economic importance of insects, right? So economic importance of rice weevil. So it is considered as a major pest of a cereal, bajra, even barley, maize or wheat. Why? Because it is a potential pest. Why potential? A single female can lay about 400 eggs, right? And that 400 eggs, both adult and the larvae, both are feeding on the grains, making the grains completely hollow internally. So such a grains are not nutritious one, and they can destroy the grains in case of a heavy infestation if they are remain in the same condition, means if they are not exposed to sunlight or not exposed to fumigant, anything else, so the grains may get destroyed completely, and so they can cause a serious economic loss to the farmer. Okay, so when these insects, they can develop inside the grains, so under humid and unaerated conditions, they develop very rapidly in the stored grains, and they can destroy the grains completely. So it is recommended that the grains should be aerated properly, or with the specific time span, the grains should be aerated, as well as they should be dried in open sunlight so as to avoid the infestation of a stored grain insects. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, now the second one is the floor beetle, which is scientifically called as a Tribolium castaneum. Okay, Tribolium castaneum. This is a floor beetle. All of you might have seen this floor beetle dwelling inside the stored floor, right? Even not only this is also sometimes found to be present inside the stored grains, feeding on the powdered form food material or powdered material, right? So as it is Calypteran insect, it is also having the similar kind of a lifespan to that of the Pseudophilus oryzae. That is, it is holometabolous insect. Holometabolous insect means what? Complete metamorphosis is observed. Now what do you mean by complete metamorphosis? Complete metamorphosis means the life cycle involved all 4 developmental stages, that is egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Okay, if the insect shows all the four developmental stages, that is egg, larva, pupa, and adult, then it is called as a holometabolous insect. All the coleopteran beetles, they are holometabolous. All the stored grain pest, they are holometabolous insects. Clear? Now, economic importance of the floor beetle. So the number increases in humid season, obviously, because of the humidity. Grains, it become easy for them to bore the grains, to penetrate the grains. Okay, no doubt this is again feeding on what? The powdered material released from the grain. Okay, so they feeds on the powdered products which are produced by the other insect paste after feeding. So when the other insect paste, say like rice weevil, when it feeds inside the grains, some part of the material, some part of the stored food material is been released, powdered material is been released inside the grain as well as outside the grain. And this insect is used to feed on that powdered material released by the feeding activity of rice weevil or other insect, stored grain insect, right? So it used to feed on that powdered form material. And they attack stored grain products, various stored grain products. Which are they? Flour is also stored for some times. Even for the transportation it is being stored. Even the people also having to habit to store number of things in the houses. So it used to develop in it. Even cereals, beans, spices, pasta, cake mix, dried pest foods, even dried flowers and chocolates, nuts, seeds, and even dried museum specimens, on which also this floor beetle used to feed, right? So we can say it is having a wide range of food material. It requires a wide range of food material. Whatever anything stored product is available, which is in again powder form, it used to feed on it, right? So the next economic importance is they are attracted to the grains with the high moisture content. Yes, where they encourage the mold growth and produces unpleasant musty odor, right? So they are attracted to grains with high moisture content. That also we have seen their number is increased in the humid season, because in the humid season the moisture content is more, and even the grains, if they are not properly dried, properly we can say properly sun dried, then such a grains may contain a little part of the moisture, and that also encourage the growth of this pest organism, right? And after its growth, as it used to release its excreta within that same floor or within that same stored product, right, which is secondarily attracted by the mold, or you can say fungus, and collectively by the action of this two, means a pest, this floor beetle as well as a mold, growth of the mold, what happened? Unpleasant musty odor is been occurred to that, or it's been given to the stored product, which make it unfit for the human consumption, right? So the grains, or you can say stored fruit product, any kind of stored food product, if it is affected by the stored grains, its quality is going to decrease, as well as it become useless for human consumption, right? Now the next is sawtoothed grain beetle. Scientifically it is called as a Oryzaphilus surinamensis. Okay, Oryzaphilus surinamensis. So it is called a sawtoothed beetle. One very important feature of this insect to identify is that you can see the serrated margin on the thoracic region. So with the help of that, this can be easily identified from the other stored grain beetles. Even its abdomen, means you can say, yes, abdomen, wings, they shows linings, somewhat whitish colored as well as brown colored linings are also there. Antenna, structure of antenna, capitate antenna is there, is also different from the other stored grain. But very important feature is that It shows somewhat a spiny border or serrated border on the thoracic segment. Okay. Now let's see, as it is a coleopteran insect, it is also holometabolous insect, which shows a complete metamorphosis. Life shows all 4 developmental stages, that is egg, larva, pupa and adult. Now economic importance. Potentially it is an important pest for farm as well as for the stored grains, right? Even in it also attacks the grains in the farm itself as well as in the stored positions. It also attack both type of grains. Even they also infest the cereal products, even dried fruits, dried meats, oil seeds, nuts, rice and even drugs too, right? So it is having, or it used to feed on a wide range of food products, right? Wide range of food products, like dried fruits are also there, dried meat is there, oil seeds are there, nut, rice and even drugs too, right? So this beetle infested items often causes a mold problem due to the moisture built up. In all the cases you can see, especially in the floor beetle and in the sawtoothed grain beetle, this mold problem is often there. So this beetle, when it infests the grains, obviously in the moist condition, it used to also release the excretory material inside the grain itself, as well as it keep on feeding on the internal part of the grain, right? So meanwhile the molds, they also start develop inside because of the moisture built up inside the grain as well as overall the grains. So this molds, they start developing, and along with that the mold also gives some unpleasant, dusty, or you can say unwanted odor to the stored products, as well as making the stored products useless. So overall the infestation to the grains, that is infestation of the pest organism like Sitophilus oryzae, like a floor beetle or the saw-toothed beetle, making the grain unfit for human consumption. It also reduces the quality of the grain. If such a grains which are infested with the stored grains pest, so the grains weight is also going to reduce, and such a grains are also having the low germination power. Okay, if such a grains are used for sowing purpose, so they have a very low germination power. Even such a infested grains are not sold even in the market, and if it is sold, then it gains a very less value. So ultimately these stored grain paste are quite serious paste of the stored products, and they are causing serious economic loss to the farmer. Now this is enough for this first lecture of stored grain pest. In the second lecture we will be studying remaining stored grain pest, that is laser grain beetle, even flat grain beetle as well as pulse beetle. Okay.